To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. To turn your dreams into reality, all your resources, efforts, and concentration should be aligned in the same direction. Atheism, a religion dedicated to its own sense of smug superiority. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. An opinion should be the result of thought, not a substitute for it. All human beings should try to learn before they die what they are running from, and to, and why. But all I could think of was how when nothing made sense and hadn't for ages, you just have to grab onto anything you feel sure of. We are addicted to our thoughts. We cannot change anything if we cannot change our thinking. That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. Learn how to be ambitious. Don't be a person who waits to be married off to someone wealthy. If anyone on the verge of action should judge himself according to the outcome, he would never begin. It is better to walk in light than to dance in darkness. Despite the heart-numbing frost, my soul is blooming like spring. When your back is to the wall and you are facing fear head-on, the only way is forward and through it. Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of production and trade. Education shows the path to the door of opportunity. It gives confidence and hope to open it. When you are in company of people who don't add value to your life, you risk wasting your effort to succeed. The world is merciless, and it's also very beautiful. Our ability to adapt is amazing. Our ability to change isn't quite as spectacular. The only way to fail is to stop trying. Continue to move forward and expand as you see how your perseverance yields amazing results. You may be the only person left who believes in you, but it's enough. It takes just one star to pierce a universe of darkness. Never give up. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. My feelings are too loud for words and too shy for the world. Rock and roll is not red carpets and MySpace friends. Rock and roll is dangerous and should piss people off. It is difficult, when faced with a situation you cannot control, to admit you can do nothing. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. The desire to reach for the stars is ambitious. The desire to reach hearts is wise. Home is where somebody notices when you are no longer there. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. He was a lonely ghost uttering a truth that nobody would ever hear. We need to renew ourselves often. Even temples need renovation. I would never die for my beliefs because I might be wrong. The smallest thing, well done, becomes artistic. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If the only prayer you say throughout your life is thank you, then that will be enough. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. Gotta keep my head above water, gotta make it through. Those who wish to read always find a book. There are new chapters, new pages, and new journey to embark on. A rainbow is not afraid of showing its true colors because it knows it is beautiful inside out. A man travels the world over in search of what he needs and returns home to find it. Every person, all the events of your life are there because you have drawn them there. What you choose to do with them is up to you. Where you stumble and fall, there you will find gold. We should forgive our enemies, but not before they are hanged. Art and life are subjective. Not everybody's gonna dig what I dig, but I reserve the right to dig it. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Autumn is a place where words fall short. It is a magic that must be felt, breathed, experienced, and treasured. It isn't where you came from. It's where you're going that counts. Unexpected intrusions of beauty. This is what life is. We have 40 million reasons for failure, but not a single excuse. Never say anything about yourself you don't want to come true. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. Be true to yourself. How you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. The wealth required by nature is limited and is easy to procure, but the wealth required by vain ideals extends to infinity. The truth knocks on the door and you say, "Go away, I'm looking for the truth," and so it goes away. Puzzling. No single event can awaken within us a stranger whose existence we had never suspected. To live is to be slowly born. Leaders are limited by their vision rather than by their abilities. A world without poetry and art would be too much like one without birds or flowers, bearable but a lot less enjoyable. Nobody likes being alone that much. I don't go out of my way to make friends, that's all. It just leads to disappointment. Miss Abbott, don't worry over me. Some people are born not to do things. I'm one of them. Growth and advancement happen outside the comfort zone. I'm telling you a lie in a vicious effort that you will repeat my lie over and over until it becomes true. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. Sometimes what seems like a destination is actually a bridge to a new chapter. Winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are. Failure is part of the process of success. People who avoid failure also avoid success. One must wait until the evening to see how splendid the day has been. But it's important to acknowledge that while we may make mistakes, in the long run, we may also learn from them. Living never wore one so much as the effort not to live. We become what we want to be by consistently being what we want to become each day. How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. Truth and facts are woven together. However, sometimes facts can blind you from seeing what is actually going on in someone's life. Light in your mind is better than darkness in your soul. Sometimes letting go is simply changing the labels you place on an event, looking at the same event with fresh eyes. If an apology is followed by an excuse or a reason, it means they are going to commit same mistake again they just apologized for. To me, all research is exploring the universe, understanding it deeper, one finding at a time. The irony of life is that those who wear masks often tell us more truths than those with open faces. Make your lives a masterpiece. You only get one canvas. Success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Watch for the thing that will show itself to you, because that thing, when you find it, will be your future. Getting something and having the wits to use it, those are two different things. Truth persuades by teaching, but does not teach by persuading. Untuk seswada yang paling quing inkan malebahai apa pun. My only advice is to stay aware, listen carefully, and yell for help if you need it. Every ounce of my cynicism is supported by historical precedent. Bertara Makasalapada Segala Yang Membri Kahijapan. Life's under no obligation to give us what we expect. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. It's important in life if you don't give a shit. It can help you a lot. Even though human life may be the most precious thing on earth, we always behave as if there were something of higher value than human life. Knowing your why is much more important than setting a random goal. Persistence is the quality of winners. Successful people never give up. I'll try anything once, twice if I like it, 3 times to make sure. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Dining with the king, your attire, attitude, and mentality must change. Once you really know yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing about you. Life's greatest gift is the freedom it leaves you to step out of it whenever you choose. There are truths which are not for all men, nor for all times. Never confuse a single defeat with a final defeat. Imagining something is better than remembering something. Don't ever save anything for a special occasion. Being alive is the special occasion. Do what is right, not what is easy nor what is popular.